Hello students, I am Lalita S Humraskar, economics teacher, BYK College of Commerce. Welcome you in online expert lecture series organized by BYK College of Commerce for class 12. Today I am going to discuss with you question number 2A, that is, with the help of following illustrations, identify the concept and explain it. Any three you have to attempt out of 5. Two options are there, total marks 6. So 2 marks for each correct answer, 1 mark for identify the concept and 1 mark for explanation of the concept. Now let us see the illustration. First illustration is Meenakshi studying a firm producing cosmetics for the purpose of her research work. Okay, your first duty is you have to identify the concept, and here concept is microeconomics. Okay, and immediately you will get here 1 mark for identify the concept, and after that you have to explain what is microeconomics. What is microeconomics? Microeconomics means microscopic study of economic behavior of an individual unit such as farm, industry, household, etc. So Meenakshi is studying economic behavior of a single firm for her research work. Therefore, she is related with microeconomics. So 1 mark for identify the concept and 1 mark for explanation of the concept. So total 2 marks for the each illustration. Now let us see the next illustration. Being a student, Mohini is preparing project on national income of India during 2019-2020. You have to identify the concept, and here concept is macroeconomics. Being a student, Mohini is preparing project on national income. So national income is a macroeconomic concept. So here Mohini is related with macroeconomics. So 1 mark for identify the concept, and here concept is macroeconomics, and 1 mark for explanation of the concept. So macroeconomics means study of large or study of aggregates such as GDP, GNP, total saving, total investment, capital formation, etc. So GDP, GNP, total saving, total investment, capital formation, these are the macroeconomic concept, or you can say these are the macroeconomic variables. So macroeconomics studies the whole economy and not an individual unit. It studies the whole forest and not a single tree. So Mohini is preparing project on national income, and national income is a macroeconomic concept. Therefore, this illustration is related to macroeconomics. Now let us see the next illustration, number 3. Fall in national income causes fall in savings. Fall in savings causes fall in investment. Fall in investment causes fall in capital formation in the country. National income, savings, investment, capital formation, these are the macroeconomic variables, and they are connected with each other. There is an interconnection between them. So what is the concept here? Here concept is a general equilibrium analysis. So general equilibrium analysis is the feature of macroeconomics. So you have to write first concept here, and here concept is general equilibrium analysis. Immediately you will get here 1 mark and 1 mark for explanation of general equilibrium analysis. So general equilibrium analysis is one of the feature of macroeconomics. In macroeconomics, primary assumption is everything depends on everything else, which means all macroeconomic variables are connected with each other. There is a chain or interconnection between them. Okay, so this is known as a general equilibrium analysis. Now next illustration is Lalita satisfied her want of writing on essay by using pen and notebook. So what is the concept here? Here concept is a utility. Okay. Then after that you have to explain what is utility. Okay, you have to write down the explanation of utility. So utility is the capacity of commodity to satisfy human want. So pen and notebook satisfied the want of Lalita by using them. Now let us see the next illustration. Soham purchased 10 kg of wheat at price rupees 5 per kg. So you have to identify the concept here, and concept is here individual demand. Immediately you will get here 1 mark and 1 mark for writing explanation. So you have to write the explanation of individual demand. Individual demand means demand by a single consumer in the market at given price within a given period of time. So Soham is a single consumer in the market, and at price rupees 5 he purchased 10 kilograms of wheat. Now let us see the next illustration. Rajesh is a farmer and his total output of rice is 4000 kg. If the price is rupees 40 per day, he offers 1000 kg for sale. Okay, so what is the concept here? Here concept is a supply, and after that you have to explain what is supply. So what is a supply? Supply implies the various quantities of the commodity offered for sale by a producer during a given period of time at a given price. So it is related to time and price. So out of total output 4000 kilograms, Rajesh offered only 1000 kilogram for sale, and 1000 kilogram is the actual supply in the market. Now let us see the next illustration. Government of India takes loans from nationalized banks for developing infrastructure facilities in the country. Okay, here concept is internal debt. Okay, there are two types of public debt, internal debt and external debt. Okay, so after that you have to write down the explanation. When government borrows from its citizens, banks, central bank, financial institution, business houses, etc. within the country, it is known as a internal debt. So here government of India take loans from nationalized bank in the country for developing infrastructure facilities in the country. So this is an example of internal debt. Now let us see the next example. Government of India has taken loans from World Bank for Mumbai Metro train. So what is the concept here? Here concept is external debt. And after that you have to explain what is external debt. So when government borrows from foreign governments, foreign banks or institutions, international organizations like International Monetary Fund, World Bank, etc., it is known as a external debt. So government of India has taken loans from World Bank, okay, for Mumbai Metro train. So this is the example of external debt. Now let us see the next example. Vrinda receives monthly pension of rupees 5000 from the state government. So what is the concept here? First thing is you have to identify the concept, and here concept is a transfer payment. After that you have to explain what is transfer payment. Okay, so transfer income is an income received by individuals without contributing to the current year production of goods and services. So transfer income received by people in the form of old age pensions, gifts, lottery prize, etc. are not included in national income. So transfer income is that income which is not included in the national income. So these incomes are included in personal income only, but not in a national income. So all transfer income are actually earned by some other people and by contributing to production originally and then transferred to another. Now let us see the next illustration. Shobha collected data regarding the money value of all final goods and services produced in the country for the financial year 2018-2019. You have to identify the concept first, and here concept is national income. Shobha collected data regarding the money value of all final goods and services produced in the country for the financial year 2018-19. So money value of all final goods and services produced in the country, it means it is a concept of national income. After that you have to explain what is national income. So national income is the aggregate monetary value of all final goods and services produced in the country for one financial year without duplication. Without duplication means without double counting. Now let us see the next illustration. Saheb Rao is a marginal farmer in a village and Ram Rao is a rich person. Saheb Rao approached to Ram Rao for some money for his daughter's wedding. So what is the concept here? So here concept is money lender as a part of unorganized sector of money market. Okay, now let us see the explanation. Ram Rao is a money lender in the village. The loans provided by money lender are for both productive and unproductive purpose. Agricultural laborers, small and marginal farmers, artisans, small traders, etc. usually borrow money from money lenders. Okay, so Saheb Rao is a marginal farmer and he approached to money lender, that is Ram Rao. Ram Rao is a money lender. He is a rich person in the village. So Ramrao for his daughter's wedding. So money lender mostly operate in the villages. They belong to unorganized sector of money market. Money lender usually charge a high rate of interest. Now let us see the next illustration. Central government started vaccination program to control corona disease in the country from 16 Jan 2021. So what is your concept? Your concept is optional function of the government. There are two categories of the function of the government here. Optional function and obligatory function. So this illustration belongs to optional function of the government. Okay, now you have to explain what is the optional function of the government. Public finance is one of the old branches of economics which highlights the role and functions of the government in an economy. So government is a formal or informal institution created by the people in a specific region to perform various functions. These functions of the government can be classified into two categories: obligatory functions and optional functions. So vaccination program to control corona disease is related with health services, and providing health services to the society comes under optional functions of the government. So 1 mark for identify the concept and 1 mark for explanation of the concept. Now let us see the next illustration. Mr. Borvankar is a junior clerk in government office and Mr. Bhadkamkar is a class 1 officer in the government office. But as compared to Mr. Borvankar, Mr. Bhadkamkar pays highest tax to the government. Okay, now what is the concept here? Here concept is progressive tax. After identify the concept, you have to explain the concept. Now let us see the explanation of this concept, that is progressive tax. So what is a progressive tax? Progressive tax is the tax whose rate increases with every increase in income. Bhadkamkar is a class 1 officer, therefore his income is high as compared to Mr. Borvankar who is a clerk. Therefore Mr. Bhadkamkar pays highest tax to the government. In India we have progressive tax system. Now let us see the next illustration. Samira has opened account in ICICI Bank for online dealing with shares. Okay, so what is the concept here? Here concept is demat account as a reform introduced in the capital market. Okay, after that you have to explain what is a demat account. Okay, so demat account has been introduced since 1996 to facilitate easy purchase and sale of shares by the investors through the electronic method. So Samira wanted to deal with the sale and purchase of shares in the capital market. Therefore, she has opened the demat account in ICICI Bank. So let us see the benefits of the demat account one by one. Number 1 is a lower transaction cost. Number 2, easy transfer of securities. Number 3, hassle-free and convenience. Number 4, no tension of losing physical share certificates. And number 5, bonus automatically credited to account. So 1 mark for identify the concept and 1 mark for explanation of the concept. So total 2 marks for this question. Now let us see the next illustration. One nation, one tax slogan was implemented by the government on 1st July 2017. So what is the concept here? That is a goods and services tax, that is GST. After that you have to explain the concept GST. So GST came into effect in India on July 1, 2017 on the recommendation of Kelkar committee, in which all indirect taxes are merged. Okay, for example, central excise duty, service tax, additional duties of customs, state value added tax, entry tax, entertainment tax, etc. Okay, so there is only one indirect tax in the country, and that is GST, which shows oneness of nation. Now let us see the next illustration. Sudhir was thirsty. He consumed first glass of water. His utility was 8, and further he consumed second glass of water. His utility became 6. So what is the concept here? Here concept is marginal utility. After that you have to explain what is marginal utility. What is marginal utility? Marginal utility is a satisfaction derived by consumer by consuming additional unit of commodity within a given period of time. So with the consumption of additional unit, marginal utility goes on falling. When Sudhir consumes second glass of water, marginal utility goes on falling. Now let us see the next illustration. Electricity can be used to satisfy several uses such as light, fan, washing machine, etc. So what is the concept here? Here concept is composite demand. Okay, after that you have to explain what is composite demand. When one commodity is demanded to satisfy several human wants, that demand is known as a composite demand. So electricity satisfies several human wants. Therefore, demand for electricity is composite. Now let us see the next illustration, very different illustration here. Diagram is given and explanation of the diagram is also given. Look at the diagram. In the above diagram, at price OP, quantity demanded is OQ. When price falls from OP to OP1, quantity demanded rises from OQ to OQ1. Right, so here demand moves from point A to point B, that is a downward movement of demand along the same demand curve, that is DD, and you have to identify the concept here. Let us see what is the concept here. Concept is expansion of demand. Expansion of demand is one of the type of variation in demand. Okay, after that you have to explain what is expansion of demand. Other things remaining constant, when price falls, demand expand, that is known as a expansion of demand. So demand moves downward along the same demand curve DD. Now let us see the next illustration. In case of necessary goods rise or fall in price, quantity demanded remain constant. Okay, so what is the concept here? Here concept is perfectly inelastic demand. Okay, so perfectly inelastic demand is one of the type of price elasticity of demand. Okay, now let us see the explanation. Perfectly inelastic demand is one of the type of price elasticity of demand. Fall or rise in price in case of necessary goods, quantity demanded remains constant because necessary goods are important for survival of life. For example, salt. So salt is the best example of necessary goods. And after that you have to draw the diagram and you have to explain the diagram here. At the price OP, quantity demanded is here DD. Okay, at price when price falls from OP to OP2, okay, when price falls to OP2, quantity demanded remain constant, that is DD. So shape of the demand curve is a vertical and parallel to y-axis, and numeric coefficient is ED is equal to 0. Now let us see the next example. India exported 40% of food grains to USA, UK and France during 2018-2019 and imported major share of electronic spare parts from China during 2018-2019. Okay, so what is the concept here? Here concept is direction of India's foreign trade. After that you have to explain what is direction of foreign trade. What is direction of foreign trade? So direction of foreign trade means the countries to which India exports its goods and services and the countries from which it imports the goods and services. Thus, direction consists of destination of exports and sources of our imports. Now let us see the important instruction while solving this question, that is question number 2A. Let us see the first instruction. Solve more and more examples with the help of textbook and private reference books. Second instruction is read textbook carefully and tries to understand the various concepts in your syllabus. Next one is select such illustration for which you knows perfect answers. Okay. Next instruction is draw schedules or diagrams wherever necessary. So for 2 marks also you have to draw diagrams and schedules. Okay. Next instruction is in this question sometimes multiple answers possible. Therefore write all multiple concept and also explain them. Students, all the best for your exam. And finally, thank you for listening my video lecture.